Hey, what's up, y'all? This your girl,
Kiara
and Vanessa, and we're here to give you a story time about how and why I joined the military and what that was like. So if that sounds interesting, just keep on watching.
Okay, y'all, so we about to bust into Vanessa and her Army life.
Yay, go Army.
Shout out to all the soldiers watching. We appreciate y'all's service.
Yes.
And so here's one of y'all on a little tipsy. Open your eyes. Say hello.
But everybody in the military, we all have a drinking situation going on. So
Okay, Vanessa, so why did you join? How did you get introduced to the Army?
So I got introduced to the Army because I went to a military high school in Chicago, and I wanted to go there essentially because I didn't want to wear a uniform, and I wanted to wear a uniform.
I was gonna say didn't want to wear no uniform.
I know, right?
Y'all got a whole escapade.
No, because I was poor.
Next Saturday.
Why are you reading that, girl? What you trying to do? So I decided to join the Army. Well, actually, I get introduced to the Army because I was going to a military high school in Chicago,
Bronzeville,
and I took the ASVAB, which was like this military Army entrance exam. And once I took this exam, recruiters just started like popping up at school, like, "Hey, Vanessa, what's up? Girl, you want to join the service?" And that's essentially what happened. And I essentially wanted to join.
Why did you want to join the Army?
I joined the Army because I needed to get out of my mama's house when I graduated high school.
For sure. Southside Chicago, ain't no joke, y'all.
When you turn 18, you got to go.
Shit, sometimes not even when you 18.
So yeah, that's why I joined the Army, because I needed to get up out of my mama's house. I joined a military high school because I wanted to wear a uniform because I was poor and I could not afford to be fly at school every day.
So what made you not decide to go to college, like directly after high school route?
You know what?
College.
Honestly, my mom didn't make school sound that appealing, and my situation with education, I didn't have a good relationship with the education system. So that's essentially why I decided to go the Army route instead of going to school.
Okay.
And plus, I ain't really want no loans or nothing like that, and I knew I couldn't afford to go. You see how money just keeps popping back up?
I mean, those are real problems or situations that need to be dealt with in, you know, low-income communities. So we ain't really have the same afforded conversations or accessibility to knowledge on funds and resources for college. So
Yeah.
Anyway, boom, boom, boom. You get through high school, you join the military. What does that look like? Like, you got accepted. Now what? You got to do all them push-ups and them exams. Tell us about that.
I joined.
Ooh, child.
I joined the Army while I was still in high school. So I was in a delayed entry program, which is basically like you're still a child. You can't necessarily join right now until you officially graduate high school. So I was in that program, and while I was in that program, my recruiter kind of
did that like what year? Like your sophomore year?
Yeah, junior, senior year.
Oh, okay.
So my recruiter kind of kept me on track, make sure I was still being active, because you still have to pass a PT test. And he was making sure. Actually, he really kept tabs on me. I was homeless like part of the time. That was another reason why I joined, you know, because the military will give you a home.
Nice. Yeah.
So I was homeless at the time. So he kind of helped me like with food and stuff. So my recruiter was like really looking out for me at the time. So during that whole like time period while I was in a delayed entry program, we would work out. He would keep tabs on me, making sure I was staying within weight, making sure I could pass the PT test, and doing all like the pre-paperwork to make sure I could actually join, and all that stuff was done. And yeah.
Day one, basic training. What's up? How that look?
Scary. But wait, before we get to basic training, let's get to MEPS. So I had told my job I was gonna quit. I was working at the grocery store. I was working at Jewel's. I was working at Jewel's, and I had tried to put in like a 2-week notice, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna be here. I'm joining the Army. They were like, no, you're not. You lying. And they were like, you just don't want to work 4th of July weekend, because that was the weekend I was shipping out. And I was just like, no, I'm dead serious. I'm joining the Army. Oh, they're like, we're gonna put you on the schedule anyway. I'm like, okay. I ain't gonna be there. But so I left July 4th, and that's where I met one of my really, really good friends who I still talk to this day. We met at the hotel, like the hotel before they ship us officially out to basic training. So I went to basic training at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Relaxing Jackson is what they call it, because allegedly it's super chill, but it didn't seem chill at the time, because when you first get on the bus, when you get off the bus, actually, no, they come on the bus, they start yelling at you, they be like damn near cussing you out and yelling at you. I don't even know what they saying, but I just know they loud. And then we get off the bus.
So like one of them TV shows. Yeah. You think you your mama? I'm your mama.
Yeah, stuff like that. And then, so they march us into this room. Actually, we didn't even march. We damn near ran, because they like damn near chased us off the bus. So they chased us off the bus, and then we have all of our gear, like all of our like suitcases and stuff. They make us dump it all out, and they basically going through, and it's like, you can't have this, get rid of it. You can't have this, get rid of it. Like, and it's just like that. It's just like throwing ish, throw it away. Big trash bags. It's just like, throw this shit away. You don't need it. Then after that, they basically line you up like, I don't want to say like animals, but they line you up, and then they just giving you like vaccines of stuff. Like, I don't know what I was getting. I just know I was getting stuff.
Oh wow.
Probably like.
So being at the Army and reflecting back, like, why do they do that process, or what is the?
To put the fear in God in you. To toughen you up, because I don't think we were like tough then.
Do you feel like it's necessary?
I don't know, because it's still part of the culture. I don't know. I never thought about it. Do I think it's necessary?
We'll table that. We'll continue.
Yeah, table that for another day. So that was like essentially the first day of like actually being at basic training, and I was with the same girl that I met at the hotel. She was there with me. So then after basic training, like actually doing basic training, you do a whole lot of challenges. You do a lot of work marching. You learn a lot of stuff. You learn like hand-to-hand combat. You learn how to shoot a weapon. That's like my first time using like a weapon. You learn how to do land navigation, which is basically like reading a map, getting lost somewhere, and having to figure your way out. You go into the gas mat, and you go into the gas chamber, which is crazy, because you have to learn how to like seal your gas mask so that no gas gets in. So you seal your gas mask, and then you go through this chamber. And essentially, when you come out, I know y'all probably seen like pictures.
Okay, we don't need all of the details.
But it's fun. And then another fun thing we did in basic training was called Nick at Night. It's at nighttime, and you have your weapon, and you basically gotta crawl under barbed wire, and like you gotta crawl under the barbed wire. You gotta get from one side, you gotta get to the other side, and it's like allegedly, I don't know if this is true, but allegedly it's like rounds going. It's probably blank. I'm sure it's blank rounds going, and you can't get up, you can't get hit. But it was fun. Basic training, like when I reflect on it, it seemed hard back then, and I'm sure it was hard, but it was fun. And then after basic training, you go to AIT, which is Advanced Individual Training, and Advanced Individual Training is basically the training where you learn your actual position. Basic training is where you learn the same things like all soldiers need to know, which is basically, how to survive. And AIT is you learn like your specialized job. And my specialized job was a 92 Alpha, which is automated logistics specialist. Essentially like class 9 supply. I would order vehicle parts, weapon parts. What else did I order? I ordered NVG parts. What else did I order? NVGs are night vision goggles. What else?
I don't know.
Well, that's what I did. So I worked at the motor pool. People will come to me and ask me, hey, Vanessa. Actually, no. My name was Taylor. Hey, Taylor, can you come? Can I order X, Y, and Z? I used to issue driver's licenses too. So people will come to me with whatever they needed to get a driver's license. And I was the go-to girl for whatever you needed to make sure the mission was successful. And the mission can't go on without supply because we supply all the materials for all of your vehicles, all of your weapons, all of your night vision goggles. That was me.
Question. How many women were in your like basic training like session or like in your
So I would say basic, it was a lot of women there, but
like 50-50 or
it was definitely more men, but I had people that I could talk to in basic, and actually
30-70, like what's the ratio?
I would say like 70% men, 30% women. Yeah.
How was that experience being in a male dominated situation?
Honestly, it was not bad in basic training because there were more women. I would say for me it was worse when I went to permanent party, which is, and permanent party is like, since I was active duty, that means I joined the Army as this is my regular job. This is my 9-to-5 job. I go to work every day, and the Army is my job every day. So that's when I noticed more of the issues with, like, there was no diversity. Like in my platoon for a long time,
Platoon?
So the platoon is like a group of people.
Okay.
That's just a group of people.
I be having to ask her to break down the Army terms. So if y'all know, okay, cool. But for the people that's like me, they need to know what the Alpha, Kappa, Delta, Sigma is.
That's how I am when she be talking about Delta stuff. I'm like, man, what? So when I got to permanent party, which is where I have my regular job, I work there. I live there. I work there. 9 to 5.
Got you.
Weekends off. 1 4-day weekend a month. So that is at permanent party. That is where I experienced. Like I was the only female in my platoon for a long time until we got another girl, which I was so excited about once we got her. But for a long time I was the only female, and not only was I the only female, I was the only black female, and I might have been like one of 3 black people in my platoon.
About how many people you think was in your platoon? Like 50?
I would say about 20.
Okay.
25 people was in my platoon.
Then you happen to meet somebody. When you meet that person?
Oh, my husband. I met my ex-husband. I met him at AIT, which is the place where I did advanced individual training, which is my job training. I met him there, and I met him at in AIT. I went to AIT at Fort Lee, Virginia, and there was like this on-post party. And this on-post party was like for soldiers to go like on the weekends when you weren't
like
at
a
work.
turn up, like
turn up. I met him there, and he wasn't in training. He was actually done with training. He was a hold over or a hold under. I don't remember which one he was.
Oh.
But basically a hold over and a hold under. I don't remember which term is which. But one of them is a person that's waiting to go to school. And one of them is a person that like has medical issues and they might be transitioning out of the military. And my ex-husband, he was the one who was waiting on training because he was waiting to go to airborne school. And airborne school is basically school where you learn to jump out of planes.
Oh, okay. Did he pass that?
Yes, he did pass that.
Oh, interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah, he was airborne. He had his wings.
Well, too bad that nigga couldn't fly. You in your permanent party. How long were you Is him? Listen like a drunk motherfucker. Hey y'all. Vanessa got a neighbor, and he might be coming to visit. We might have a special guest.
He drunk.
Nigga, sound like one of those winos on 63rd outside of Rothschild.
Wait.
Hey, sexy lady. Come here, let me holler at you real quick. Like the fuck? Oh, Lord. Now, if he find these 3 places down, nigga, like, I'm finna go hide.
No.
Act like I ain't even here. I'm finna see. Ooh, I hit a stairs, y'all. I'm finna go hide. See y'all.
Where's your shot?
She been over, shake that little ass in the mirror.
What they got to do to your number?
Yeah, dance with it. Come on.
Hey.
Type to make the Bay man, you in trouble. NBA playoff that ass.
Oh, she can't resist it. Boom, boom, boom. Nigga, you spilling shit.
Yo, they don't know what they do.
Oh,
From the wild, she had to put weight down.
Get up. Come on. What's that?
real girl shit. Can't hold it in. Hey, come on. To Megan. Hey guys, so we started filming a video. Y'all seen the little clip of kind of the y'all seen the video of how we got interrupted, and this is how it's ended. So we appreciate y'all, Kiara and
Vanessa.
we will holler at y'all at the next video.